I was almost not going to film this video, but I wanted to be real and honest. Q1 has ended and we are going to go over Q1 low buy year, low consumption year results and how I feel and how I did. As someone who I consider myself a past over consumer, now I would say I guess I'm a little bit above like all of the world, but in terms of America, I have gotten a lot better at over consuming, but I'm still trying to be better. So that's why I started a low consumption, low buy year. And spoiler alert, I did not do well, but habits take time. So all we can do is learn from our mistakes. I will be going over the mistakes I made, how much I bought, a new goal that I set for the rest of the quarters in the year, and just maybe some helpful tips along the way. So I'm going to go over my rules and if I followed them or not. So replacements don't count unless it is fully used or broken / unrepairable. I did end up replacing a couple of things that were completely worn out, so I did pretty well on that. I did 1 in, 1 out. I did not do this exactly, but when I did have a shopping haul, I ended up looking through my closet and taking a couple things out. So a little bit about the past couple months. I did gain about 5 to 7 pounds. So a lot of the clothes I had used to fit me like a glove. So when I gained weight, it did not fit me anymore. And I was feeling really insecure about that. So I did buy and go overboard on shopping, but I am rebuilding my wardrobe of how I used to dress versus how I dress now. I started a job where I have to wear, you know, like more formal office attire about a year and a half ago. So I'm still building up my wardrobe and my style for that, and now I feel like I do have everything. But as I gained weight, my trousers, a couple of them don't fit anymore, and I do know I want to lose weight, and I have lost about a pound or 2 since then. But I think the goal now for anything I want to buy, I do want it to have a little bit more of a looser feel. That way if I lose weight, it'll still fit me, and then if I gain weight, it'll still fit me. So a little bit of a looser feels was what I was going for when I did this little shopping haul that I probably shouldn't have done, because some things were definitely not for work, basically. Like some things I just wanted to buy for funsies. Another rule I had was I said remove makeup and skincare because I don't really have issues with those items. So I know some people on their low buy put makeup items. I didn't really do that. No eating out unless for socializing. I did put a limit and I did pretty well on that. Being more intentional with festival events I'm going to, coming from a yes girl. I went out a lot in February, but I did not have to spend much. So I think I've been doing pretty good with that in Q1. Less money on alcohol, no more than $50 a month. I think I did good. I did dry January, and then in February I think I spent quite a bit, and then in March I haven't really spent much at all. So that one's pretty good. Coffee and matcha only 1 time a week. I think I followed this for the most part. Review my subscriptions, I did that. So Q1 I did pretty well in terms of rules, but in terms of the limits that I set for myself, I guess I didn't do that well. My main focus was quality over quantity, so cotton over polyester. I don't think I did this to the T. And then another question I needed to ask myself before buying something is, will I like this item 2 years from now? There are 2 things that I bought, 2 skirts that I'm not sure if it fits this. Will I still like it 2 years from now? But we'll go over that in a bit. Focus on mindful consumption. I didn't do well in March. Focus on reducing waste. I didn't do that well either. And then finding fulfillment in the things I already have. I do need to focus on this more. So I will be going over my buy count for the items that I bought. So for clothing, this is where I really messed up. I had an original annual limit of 6 items, and 2 have to be thrifted, I said, and I bought 11 in Q1. I did so bad at this, but like I said, I did gain weight, but that's not really an excuse because I did still have other clothes that fit me in the meantime that I could have like focused on and been happy with, but it made me really insecure that I gained all this weight and I didn't want to rewear and have like a smaller wardrobe, so I did buy quite a few things. I did raise my annual limit just because I found that I was being extremely restrictive from buying like 30 to, I don't know, 30 plus items a year to just trying to buy 6. That is a huge step. So my new mindset is every year I'm gonna shoot for a lower amount rather than going from like 100 to 0. So I did raise it to 15 items, and then hopefully next year my annual limit can be a lot lower. My shoes goal was 2, and I bought 1 new pair of shoes. Lip products, I didn't buy anything, and these mean like lip products on top of the things I already have, so replacements don't count. Hair care, I didn't try any new items. I actually got gifted some hair care for my birthday. That was in January. We have home/decor. 2 have to be thrifted. I bought 3 items already in Q1. New hobbies, I've been pretty good about this, even though I've seen like felt sewing on Pinterest. It's been so hard not to buy these items, but I have so many hobbies that I started and didn't finish. So I didn't buy anything. Books, I bought 1 new item. Accessories, I bought 3. Tech/gadgets, I bought 2 out of 3. Eating out outside of socializing, I did 1 time. I don't count like gift cards that I bought. I did have a gift card, so I did eat out 1 other time, but I didn't count it. Yeah, I ate sushi by the beach. It was magical and I don't regret it. So 1 out of 4 times. New subscriptions, I did get a Strava subscription. I guess I set my limit at 3 and I'm 1 out of 3, and I know I'm gonna have a Runna subscription towards the end of the year, so there's that. And then beauty services, I did 1 out of 2. There was a huge sale and I got half a milliliter of lip filler. Yes, it was a huge sale. I couldn't pass it up, but I know it's not a necessity and I don't think I'll ever get it again. So I did lay out everything that I bought and whether I had buyer's remorse or not. And for most things I didn't. There are 2 skirts that I bought that I do have buyer's remorse about. One of the home items was a drawer organizer. It ended up being too skinny, but I already cut some of it up and realizing it doesn't fit that well. But I'm still going to use it. I just do have buyer's remorse for that one. And then the book that I bought was a cookbook, and I realized I don't really need it. I already have recipes that I already enjoy making, so I do have buyer's remorse about that. That's pretty much it. But the clothings that I did buy, I bought a gray zip-up jacket. That one I've actually been needing. I had it on my wish list for a very long time. I definitely waited about a month or 2 before finally purchasing it. And then I had a white tank replacement. Okay, that doesn't count. 1 red workout shorts. As I've been working out 4 to 5 times a week and I'm getting into running more, I did purchase workout shorts. I don't regret that one, although I think the workout shorts that I've been wanting the most is the Lululemon, and so I keep buying like the Lululemon like running shorts that look super cute, and I keep buying things that look like it instead of buying the real thing. So now I feel like I have like a bunch of things I kind of like versus one thing that I really like. So I could say that I do have a little bit of buyer's remorse for that, because I feel like the 3 shorts that I have recently bought in the past couple of months, I could have just bought like a 1 favorite Lululemon shorts. So I'll let that be a learning lesson. And then I bought a green and black skirt that's like a fairy type of midi skirt. I do regret this because why did I buy 2? And I have a lot of skirts already. I have already a midi black skirt, so This one's just a little more flowy and more like casual. And then I bought a couple of things that I haven't received yet. I bought one red tank top. I don't have the color red, so I do enjoy that I bought that. Although I haven't received it yet, so hopefully it fits well. And then one pair of brown workout shorts. I do like this one. And it's also another Lululemon dupe. And then one brown lace top and one black lace top. I don't have that many going out tops, so I do like these two items that I bought. And then I have one wedding event dress. That hasn't come in the mail yet. I do hope it fits well, but I do have a lot of weddings coming up, so I think this will be a useful dress because I have been wearing the same pink dress for a long time and I feel like I just needed one more. And then I bought one white blouse. This one I definitely don't regret because it works for work and works outside of work. So a lot of the clothes that I try to buy now, I make sure that I can wear it at work and outside of work. At least most of like my regular clothes. Obviously the lace tops won't work. And then I bought one spring/summer dress. There's a sale on Princess Polly. I gave in. It was buy one get one half off. I don't need any more clothes. I really don't. So with that, I do have a limit for the next 2 quarters coming up because I have enough clothes. Like I literally need to chill. So I said that for the next 2 quarters I can only buy one more work top, and then I have an Indian wedding that I need to go to, so that's one I will buy, but I can resell it. So eventually I may resell it. Maybe I'll wait a couple years in case I get invited to another Indian wedding. We'll see. Later on in the winter and fall, I know I will need one more work pants because like I said, I gained some weight, so one of my trousers don't fit me anymore. And they were light colored trousers and it's the only light colored trousers I have, so I really would like that replaced. So it's not really, I might call it a replacement. I know I need one workout rain jacket and then one workout pants, and that's a huge maybe. This is only if there seems to be rain plans for my half marathon in Amsterdam. So I felt really guilty about how horrible I did this first quarter. But now I think I kind of just forgot that I was doing this once it hit March. And now I feel like I have learned from it and I can only be stronger for this next quarter, I hope. So I looked up some data. It states that average consumers buy around 53 to 68 items annually in America. And a sustainability goal suggests buying only 5 new items a year to align with climate goals. And slow fashion perspective is buying 12 to 16 items per year, which is a slower fashion challenge. So I guess this has all turned into a slower fashion challenge rather than low buy / low consumption, because I bought so many items already. I hope next year I can actually do a low buy, low consumption year. So context is key. If the 16 items are high quality, durable, or secondhand, it is still sustainable, especially if you're going to be wearing it over and over and over. But if they're cheap, low quality, and rarely worn, it still contributes to waste. Obviously it all contributes to waste, but I'm really going to wear the out of these outfits. So I really hope to do better in Q2, and I hope to come back to you guys content with how I did, and that is the goal. And we're both learning together. If you are also a previous high consumer, we can do better. We can do better, guys. For the environment, for ourselves, for our mind. Another reason why I want to consume less is I feel like I get stressed with outfits when I have so many outfits I can wear. Like, it definitely requires creativity to not buy new clothes and to figure out like how you can put what you already have in your closet together. But with some creativity, you can definitely find way more outfits that you never thought of wearing. So that is the goal. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back at Q2, half of the year, so much better. Okay, I promise. Okay, bye guys.